Let's talk Tanya for the 18th of Sivan. In yesterday's Tanya, we started explaining the deeper understanding of the verse V'yadata hayoim v'shavesa levavecha ke'avayu alikim b'shamayim mimal v'l'aretz mitachas ein oid, that we're supposed to understand and take to heart. Havaya is Elokim, one and the same. God's creative powers and God's power of concealment, they're all one and the same. They work together. And therefore, b'shamayim mimal v'l'aretz mitachas, and the heavens above, earth below, ein oid, there's nothing other than God, because ultimately everything is just part of God's creative energies, and even the concealment is also part of God's creative energies. But let's analyze the last words of this verse. Ein oid, there is nothing else. The word oid also, in a very simple sense, the word oid translates as also, like the oid, and also, furthermore. So the word oid implies something which is secondary, something which isn't primary. Alter Rebbe says that's why, for example, the body is called oid. There's a pasuk that says, Ahalala ash Hashem b'chayai, which means, I will praise God with my life. What is my life? My life is my soul. My soul gives me life. Azamra lelikai ba'oidi, I will sing to God with my oid. What is my oid? My oid is my body. Why is that? Because the body is secondary to the soul. So if we understand that ein oid means something which is secondary like a body is secondary to the soul, so what do we have over here? We say we should know that Havaya Elikim, Havaya is Elikim, and the heavens above, the earth below, ein oid, there is nothing even which is secondary to God. Meaning to say, Dr. Rebbe says, Moshe Rabbeinu was telling the Jewish people, you might make the mistake to think that our relationship with God is like the relationship of a body, a oid, with the soul. Just like the body without the soul is lifeless, us without God, we are also lifeless, and therefore we're secondary. We're not primary. God is primary. Moshe Rabbeinu is saying, no, ein oid. We are not even on the level of oid. And why is that? Because ultimately, the body is not created by the soul. The body is created by the conception through the parents, and ultimately the body receives its sustenance from the food that we eat and that which we drink. The soul is only what gives us life, but the body is an independent existence outside of the soul, which is why the body can rightfully be called oid. It's something which is secondary to the soul. But by us, we have no existence other than God. Our whole existence at every moment is because perpetual creation, God is perpetually at every moment creating us anew. If that's the case, then ein oid, we aren't even like a body to a soul, but rather we are completely buttal, completely nullified and subsumed in our source, in our creator, in God. With this, we have concluded chapter 6 of Shar Yichud V'Amunah. Tomorrow we start chapter 7, and tomorrow we start discussing that which the Zohar tells us, that there are two different levels or understandings of God's unity. Yechuda Ilah, the higher level of unity, Yechuda Tata, the lower level of unity. What exactly are those two different levels of unity? That we will start finding out in tomorrow's Tanya.